What's up, everybody? As you can see, I'm not at my normal home setup. I'm actually visiting family at the moment, and because of that, this is actually the second re-record I had to do. I had to re-record my end because my sound cut out. Then when I was editing, I realized the beginning cut out. So I have a beginning re-record, then the original middle recording, and then the end re-record. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're looking at this Season 16 patch notes, season nickname Revelry for the upcoming season of Apex Legends. I put out a video recently on on a lot of the changes coming. I'll link that video below, as well as the relevant blog posts from both EA and actually Dexerto. I'm going to link all that down below if you want to check that out for yourself. And this, of course, will be linked down below as well if you want to look through all this for yourself. We have the remastered legend classes, which is something that I touched on yesterday. We're just going to have the legends sorted into assault, recon, skirmisher, controller, support. And with that, the assault will have more ammo per stack, both in inventory and while looting, as well as access to the new red bins that have a bottom tray like Lifeline has had, which will have weapon attachments and stuff like that. Skirmisher can reveal what's in care packages. Recon Legends will be able to use survey beacons to show enemy locations. Controller Legends, which are people that control areas, not input. Controller Legends will be able to use the new ring console to see the new circles so they can go hold down areas. And support will now be able to craft banners, which is huge in my mind, and access the bottom of the blue bins like Lifeline was able to, but now it's like Lifeline, Gibby, Loba, and I forget who I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But if you want to check that out, I'll have that link down below. It's one of the things that I talked about in the video yesterday. And Team Deathmatch permanent limited time mode rotations, another thing that I previously talked about. Same with the mixtape playlist. We're also getting a new weapon, the Nemesis, which is a energy category weapon. It's an assault rifle. It's a burst gun with 4 bursts, but as you hold down and continue to fire, because you don't have to press for every burst, it charges up and pretty much becomes automatic with these 4-round bursts. It looks like it's going to be broken, but I'll go ahead and put out a video on that. Anniversary collection event. Firing range updates. This is newly released. But now you can add options to customize your firing range experience. So now there's dynamic stats, infinite weapon reloads, hit markers, friendly fire, target speed, dummy movement. The dummies can either stay still, strafe left and right, give them a strafe speed. You can also change their shield levels, whether or not they can stand, can crouch, and random intervals. I'm assuming that means of crouching and standing. It says dummies can now strafe left and right. You control how fast they move, whether they should crouch, and their shield level. Dynamic stats appear anytime you deal damage, letting you track your performance. Hit indicators also help you keep track of spray patterns. Unlimited ammo means no more trips back to the gun racks to reload. This is the first of several rounds of updates to the firing range, so we keep an eye on how the community uses the new tools. It's pretty exciting to me. You can test out new guns, mess around with legends, and it's actually an active environment instead of everything just sitting still except for you and any friends you have with you. Orientation matches are essentially, if you're new to Apex, it's like it doesn't even say on here, but people were talking about it's like top 5 finishes or something like that, or however many wins, and there's only going to be 4 teams of people, including yourselves, and then the rest will be bots. So now we're getting into the patch notes. Kind of talked about some of this in the video I put out yesterday or the day before. There's a new legendary shotgun bolt, so gold shotgun bolt. It automatically reloads rounds while sliding and activates whether the weapon is equipped or stowed. Into the care package goes the Hemlock, and the Rampage is coming back out. I don't care about either of these weapons, so honestly I don't really care. Weapon crafting rotation, the Longbow and the Volt are going into the crafter, and the Scout and the Car are coming out. Once again, I don't really use the Longbow unless I'm playing pubs and just having fun. The Volt I loved having on the ground, but I can always craft if I want it. But since the Car returns, I'll probably just stick with the Car and ignore the Volt. Gold weapon rotation, the new Nemesis, the Rampage, the PK, the Wingman, and the R99. The only thing I'm really worried about is the Wingman. Maybe the PK will be annoying gold. I'm going to miss the gold 301, though. And the gold Prowler, if we're being honest, after its buff. Anvil is being removed from floor loot and crafting. They're just trying to force you to use the Nemesis. Hammer point rounds are added to floor loot and crafting. Rarity tier increased to legendary. Okay, people aren't really using the Mozam or the P2020 past on drop, so who cares? Car SMG reduced ammo capacity to 19 was 20. R99 increased damage to 12 was 11. The R99 is already pretty good, but I'm still probably going to stick with the Car. Assault rifle significantly reduced hipfire accuracy. I get it. They want you to use SMGs up close. R301 reduced damage to 13 was 14. The Hemlock going into the care package is now getting a damage increase to 23, was 20. That's pretty significant. And Headshot multiplier increase to 1.8 was 1.75. Improved recoil, which doesn't really have that much anyways, being a boost weapon. Integrated boosted loader hop up. Boosted loader faster reloads at low ammo to that overload the magazine with 9 extra rounds. So you just reload it at the right spot and gives you 9 extra rounds. So what, 3 bursts? Mastiff, which has been not very good since it came out of the care package. The spread pattern adjusted to be tighter. That's good. Added tactical stocks attachment to improve reload speed and handling, just like the EVE 8 already had. And increased projectile size at close range. That's good. Mastiff needed a buff. PK added tactical stock attachment to improve reload speed and handling. Don't make the PK better. It's already annoying enough. Increased projectile size at close range. EVE 8 increased projectile size at close range. I don't think the EVE 8 really needed a buff either. Especially off drop, the EVE 8's pretty good. Rampage LMG reverted to non-care package version, so damage was reduced back down to 26 and no longer auto-energizes when picking up, and energy decays slower when not firing. That's good. Seer, massive nerf to Seer. Needed to happen. Glad it finally happened. His passive heartbeat sensor. Audio from Seer's passive is now more audible to enemy players, as it should be. Activation is now delayed to match raise animation of weapon or unarmed. That's good. Lock-on indication will now only show on heartbeat cadence of target. It's good as well. Tactical focus of attention no longer shows full body scan on scan targets. I like that, but it means to probably still show health. But I'm guessing that means it's not going to track your location. Ultimate exhibit no longer reveals on initiation. That's good. So it's got a... So if you're already moving and someone throws it down, it won't just automatically reveal you. You're going to have to keep moving or start moving in it. Duration reduced from 30 to 25 seconds. 5 seconds can be a lot in a fight. So that's a good change. And cooldown increased from 120 seconds to 180 seconds. Good Seer nerf. I think the heartbeat range should have been nerfed, but is what it is. We might get there one day. Bloodhound, his new passive tracker, it's now changed to these white ravens, and it says ethereal white ravens will now occasionally spawn near Bloodhound when no enemies are around. White ravens can be interacted with or scanned to trigger them to fly towards the nearest enemy. So you see a white raven, if you're Bloodhound, you trigger it, it'll fly towards the nearest enemy. I'm sure it won't like go land on him, but it'll fly in his or her direction. The white raven will leave a misty trail behind for Bloodhound to follow, and will share this direction with their team on the map. So it won't just fly, it'll give you a trail to follow. So if you can't, it goes over a wall or something, you can recover and find the trail. Using a white raven will recover 25% of tactical/ultimate charge. Scanning a white raven will fully refund the tactical charge. So if you see a white raven, you interact with it, you'll get 25% of your tactical back. But if you scan it, you'll get the full tactical, meaning you'll just, the tactical is like you never used it. So I guess interact with it if you don't have a tactical, if your tactical's charged, or if you're trying to charge your ultimate, interact with it. So a couple of different ways to do that. Tactical Eye of the Allfather, reduced full body scan time from 3 to 1 seconds. I thought this was perfectly fine where it was. Maybe go to 1.5 or 2 seconds. I think this is too much of a nerf for a character that's already not super useful, but with the Seer nerf, he might be more useful. Diamond target on scan enemies unchanged. Okay, so that stays the same. Ultimate Beast of the Hunt no longer recharges or speeds up the cooldown rate of Bloodhound's tactical. I'm fine with that, but I didn't think that was a big deal. We'll launch a white raven that flies towards the nearest enemy. I like that addition. Killing an enemy while in Beast of the Hunt will also trigger a white raven. I also like that. Mirage, passive. Now you see me. Mirage and his ally now remain cloaked after a revive for 3 seconds. Weapons remain stowed while cloaked. So if you bring out the weapon, drawing your weapon will remove the cloak effect early. For both Mirage and the teammate he revives. Mirage clones. Bamboozles are now only triggered by bullet fire and melees. So you can't send them through a fence and get intel on where your enemy is, which is probably a good change, even though I don't think it was that big of a deal. Enemies who are now bamboozled now receive notification on their screen. Well, I mean, if you shot a decoy and it flickered, you obviously knew you're bamboozled. Bamboozle icon marker now tracks the bamboozled player's movement. I actually like that. It makes Mirage better. But with the nerf to Bloodhound, it's kind of odd. Bamboozle icon marker duration increased from 2.5 to 3.5 seconds. Pathfinder, passive insider knowledge. Pathfinder's passive benefits are no longer gained by scanning survey beacons, so you don't get the cooldown. Pathfinder's passive benefits are now gained by revealing care package with the skirmisher ability. So if you just use his other passive, his new passive that all the skirmishers get, you get that benefit of the cooldown reduction. Ultimate zipline gun, max range increased by 60%, max speed increased by 66%, acceleration and exit speed adjustments, so now you'll move faster and get out faster. Targeting improvements, including updated visual and audio cues, can no longer place the end station on out-of-bounds zones. I still think Path needs some kind of buff, maybe being able to heal on a zip line or something like that. With the Horizon nerf that we'll get to, I'm fine with him not getting, like, reduced bloom or anything. Even though it seems like he might. Targeting improvements, that seems like that might be reduced bloom, unless it's talking about actually targeting where you place it. Wraith Ultimate Dimensional Rift, max portal distance has been doubled from 76 meters to 152 meters. Portal duration from 60 seconds, reduced from 60 seconds to 45 seconds, fine. Wraith now increases speed over time when creating longer portals, fine. She's still kind of a mostly selfish legend, but if it fits into your squad, fits your playstyle, so be it. Horizon Tactical Gravity Lift, increased weapon spread and gravity lift, good. I'm tired of getting beamed from the sky. Increased vertical gravity lift 10%. I think that's a good balance considering you're giving her more weapon bloom. Lifeline, passive combat revive, reduce the slow penalty on lifeline when initiating a revive, that's good. Ultimate care package, decrease the drop animation speed of care package from 14 seconds to 8 seconds, okay. Increase the deployment range of the care package, cool. Give her revive shield back. And that rumored Valk nerf clearly is not here, or they forgot in the patch notes. Hopefully it's the former, not the latter. Ranked map rotation, this is huge. I wish it wasn't 24 hours per map. I wish it was 2-3 hours max, but the maps for the first split are World's Edge, Stormpoint, Broken Moon. Olympus is my favorite map. We got Olympus for like a week max, and then it was bugged, and so now we get stuck with World's Edge, which is never taken out of rotation. Stormpoint, which is almost never taken out of rotation in a frustrating map, and Broken Moon, which I like. But it can be frustrating with the walls and rotations and all that. Let's see. Live API 2.0. Official release version of 2.0 Live API for PC preview during 15.1.2. The API's built-in mechanism for listening to gameplay events and programmatically interacting with Apex Legends. This release includes support for WebSocket server connections, support for protocol buffers. I don't really know what any of this means, honestly. Configuration through both command line and JSON. 12 new API requests, including 2 gameplay requests, change camera and pause toggle, 10 lobby requests specifically for custom match. I don't know. More information, including technical documentation, can be found in the live API folder of the game installation. I just don't know. Quality of life. Added map rotation previews to the game mode selector in the lobby. Players can now be on any team gun run. Increase the odds of becoming Team Nessie in gun run. Team Nessie is now viewable for all teams. Added new indicator on HUD unit frames for the ratings, leader, and control. Consumables now show a progress bar for teammates next to the unit frame on the HUD. Okay, I like that. Similar to reviving. Added damage to the scoreboard and control. Increase the minimum distance between airdrop replicators and other airdrops. I mean, I guess that's good, but Map features when accessing the full map now reflect currently selected class perk info. Additionally, the hot zone map feature description is removed from the full map, while the hot zone is hidden from the map. Okay. When in firing range, players now regain full health and shields when they reselect their legend and select menu. Okay. Added ability to ping for an optic, even if the optic attachment slot is filled. Okay. Slightly increased. Oh, actually, that's a good change. So if you go like 1 times, you want like 3 times. Okay, that's actually a good change. Not meh. Slightly increased audio for enemies attaching, riding, and detaching from zip rails. I think you could hear them fine, but any more audio is good as long as you can't hear me from 50 meters away or whatever. Adding credits to items inspired and designed by creators. Okay, that's good. Give people their credit. And then bug fixes. I'm not going to go with all these bug fixes. I'm going to skim through these and just make sure I'm not missing anything big. Fix for Crypto's drone reticle not being centered. Okay, I haven't used Crypto, so I don't know if that's a big deal. Fix players not being able to emote if they're dead during champion sequence. Who cares? Most people back out during that. Control fix an issue, various UI bugs, various bug fixes to cosmetic items, fix for weapon camera and loadouts tab not resetting, fix for footer buttons and seasonal quest, fix for players crosshairs being present sometimes during the champion sequence, The hide hints option no longer hides the waving person icon on items. Okay, that's a good one. Fix the bug where if team was empty and gun run, the HUD would display incorrect information. Emotes fix for emotes camera sometimes phasing through walls. That's probably good. Removed exploit that allow players to remain out of bounds longer than intended. That's good. Fix an issue where Seer's ultimate could be crushed by swinging doors. I don't care, screw Seer. Fix an issue where Seer's ultimate and crypto drones would block large sliding doors. Yeah, it's probably a good thing. Fixed for cases where Seer would have issues scanning crypto. Fuck you, Seer. Fix an issue Seer's passive heart sensor works through Catalyst Alt. Okay, that's good when unplaced on uneven surfaces. Fixed an issue where Seer's tactical can get users stuck if used when crafting. Okay, fixed bug. Valkyrie fixed bug where her animation wraps in the in-flight meal emote. Okay. Newcastle fixed a bug where the ultimate is not refunded, is not placed if a user is getting hit with Seer tactical. Okay, that's a good fix. Crypto fixed an issue where Crypto's drone would be destroyed when he was knocked but not eliminated. Fixed for a bug when Crypto scanning can block catalysts from reinforcing doors. That's a good fix. Fixed for cases where his ultimate stops from deploying if Crypto gets down. Catalyst fixed bug where a tactical makes it difficult to interact with zip lines, death boxes, and loop-ins. Okay, now just make it so I don't, when I'm trying to stow my weapon, block doors on controller. Fixed bug where the player is unable to use melee attacks through Catalyst Ultimate. Fixed an issue where players could be stuck after being hit by Seer's Tactical during crafting section. Didn't I already say that? Fixed an issue where Seer's move speed would be higher when in ADS, while unarmed with the heartbeat sensor disabled. Fixed an issue where Crypto would not be scanned by Seer's Tactical while piloting his drone, and the drone was also hit by the Tactical. Was not also hit. Vantage reduced the number of accidental tactical activations on controller when putting or pulling away the ultimate with both bumpers. Thank God. That's so frustrating. Vantage increased visibility of snipers marked by adding on-screen prompts similar to scans. It's good. Vantage using tactical areas blocked by Geo can result in the player getting launched in the air. I actually kind of liked that. You could use it kind of tactically. I did not. That didn't bother me one bit. Fixed an issue where Newcastle's ultimate was interrupted. It would not correctly refund his ultimate. Fixed an issue where Newcastle could continue to target allies when phased with his ultimate. Fixed a issue where Newcastle's tactical could get hung in the air and not deploy. Fixed an issue with the black hole that allowed to pull players through walls and around corners incorrectly. Hopefully it just means it won't pull you through walls at all because it's so obnoxious. Horizon's low-key so overpowered. Fixed an issue where, well, not with the nerfs and stuff. Fixed an issue where swapping Legends firing range would crash if bleeding out is Revenant. Fixed an issue where swapping Legends firing range while in Crypto's drone would crash. Fixed an issue where Newcastle's ultimate could fail deploying on landing. Fixed an issue where a spectator swapping between two players healed by Doc would crash the spectator. Fixed an ultimate cooldown for Lifeline appearing to need 101% charge. Fixed an issue where the ultimate is ready prompt could appear while the player is still skydiving. Fixed a bug in the previous season rank is being shown on enemy gladiator cards. Reduce accidental launches on controller. Never had that problem. Fixed an issue error pop-up on launch for unsupported hardware. Fixed an issue where some emissive textures would appear in third person. And then just week 1 offer, week 2 offer for logging in. That's the Crypto and the Ash unlock and pack. But that is the update coming for Season 16 of Revelry. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you spending any time on my channel, whether you watch the whole video, click around. I really do appreciate you being here. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more so you know when I put up a video with a Nemesis or Warzone or whatever other games I played. And with all the stuff that I mentioned linked down below, I also have all my social medias linked down below, so feel free to check those out. Once I am back home, I will be back to streaming on Twitch like every single day. TikTok and Instagram are posted to 4 to 5 days a week. And Twitter's just kind of whatever I feel like talking about. It's mostly sports these days. Sports, a little bit of gaming, and then anything else I feel like tweeting about. But feel free to check all those out, and I will see you in Season 16 Revelry. Before you know it, get frying. Have a good day. Bye.